I'm David Graves.
And I'm Vince Maniaci.
And welcome to Front Row Review. Tonight's review is going to be of The Dark Knight.
And here we go.
So Vince, what was your opinion on The Dark Knight?
I loved it. I thought it was one of the best Batman movies ever made. It was just incredible.
I gotta say that, I've been a Batman fan for a very long time. Like a very, very, very long time. When Tim Burton's Batman came out, I was all, excited about it and everything, and then I went to go see it, and I liked it and everything, but I don't think it really captured the comic.
I would agree.
Like the Jim Gordon in Batman, he had glasses, mustache, and but the one that was in the Tim Burton version was an older kind of
fatter
guy. Didn't even look like Jim Gordon. I mean, I really think that Gary Oldman just nailed the role of James Gordon. That's one of the big things that impressed me about the first movie. Plus, they actually kind of made it like the comic.
Well, for me, I still love the first Batman movies, especially the first two. But when Batman Begins came out, that one kind of blew those out of the water for me. Because it was a lot more like the comic. And I haven't read the comic in like years, but what I remember of the comic and what I've read of the comic, it was, the Batman Begins was just more like the comic. It was, and at the same time, it was also more real. It just, everything seemed more real about it. And with The Dark Knight, it's that plus times 10. It's even more real. It actually put Batman in a realistic world rather than
Tim Burton's world, where everything looks, like I said, Tim Burton has his own style of filmmaking where everything is big and overdone, and it just, I don't know, it has his look to it. But these new Batman movies, like you're saying, they are realistic looking. They are real. They don't look like a superhero movie should, I guess you can say.
Right.
Which is why The Dark Knight is so good, is because, truthfully, it's not even, you can go as far as to say it's not even really a superhero movie, because there's no one in the movie that really has superpowers.
Batman never did, so he never really had superpowers to begin with. He just had his super intellect, I suppose you could say.
Batman does fight, bad guys that have superpowers once in a while. But, the Joker is once again just a regular guy in here. He doesn't have any kind of superpowers. He's just crazy. He's just absolutely nuts, which, what makes this movie so good.
The other thing about, speaking of the Joker, and of course we have to speak of the Joker because, everybody knows the tragedy of Heath Ledger passing away. And it is really remarkable when you go and see this film. He did such a tremendously great job of this character, and to know that now he's not here, it's really kind of like, wow.
I gotta say, even as great as he was, and everybody's talking about him and saying Joker, 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 that's all you hear about this movie, I don't think it was just him that made this movie so great. I mean, he was.
No, I agree.
Don't get me wrong. But the movie itself is fantastic. I mean, and Heath Ledger was great in the movie, but he didn't. I don't think he made the movie. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, well, he steals the whole movie. I thought the movie was great just because it was great, not just because of Heath Ledger. Like I said, they go for realism in this movie. Everything in the movie was very realistic. So, and Heath,
Pause a second. I think Larry's calling me. Hold on. Yeah, it's Larry calling. Hello? Hi. Filming something right now.
So, like I was saying, you know, even though Heath Ledger was so great in this movie, everybody in this movie was great. I mean, that's one of the reasons why the movie was as good as it is. Christian Bale makes a fantastic Bruce Wayne. He looks like, you know, the billionaire part, but he also plays, you know, the character of Batman just as good, which is really hard to do.
Okay. Alright. Alright, come on. Hold on, I gotta make another phone call.
And also, we have to talk about Harvey Dent in this movie. Aaron Eckhart plays him, and he came from a movie called, I don't know if you've seen it, Thank You for Smoking. You ever seen that?
Okay, after this I'll put it on vibrate.
He does in this movie, he really brings the realism to this movie, because he's basically the DA of Gotham City, trying to control the crime and getting everybody together, and he's kind of supposed to be like the savior of Gotham, which is basically what he was in the comic as well, as anyone knows that. And he was absolutely spectacular in the movie too. Just absolutely loved him.
Hey, get ready. Okay, Larry's coming to pick you up. Alright.
You don't really want to give too much away with the Harvey Dent character for somebody who hasn't seen the movie yet, which I think very little people probably haven't gone and seen it.
I was surprised as far as they went with him, though. Where they went with him.
Well, you don't want to give too much away with Harvey Dent because, you know, for the very few people who have not yet gone and seen this movie may not know about his character, so we don't want to give away too many spoilers about Harvey.
I wasn't trying to give anything away.
You were trying to give it away.
No, I wasn't trying to give it away.
No, you were trying to spoil it for everybody.
I got their juices flowing.
People have juices.
Juices. It's juicy.
So Maggie Gyllenhaal was also great because now she actually replaced Rachel Dawes in this movie. Who played her in the first one? You know?
Katie Holmes from Dawson's Creek.
Katie Holmes played her in the first one, and now Maggie Gyllenhaal, who's actually, if you don't know, Jake Gyllenhaal's sister, played her in this one. Jake Gyllenhaal, you might know from movies like Johnny Darko.
Is it Johnny or Danny?
Donnie? It's Donnie Darko.
I thought it was Don. Oh, okay, I thought it was Danny.
Danny Darko? Well, it's Donnie Darko, I'm pretty sure. Did you see Danny Darko? That's the sequel? Donnie Darko was Danny Darko's brother.
I saw the TV series, the miniseries.
Oh, the Danny Darko miniseries. Oh, okay.
Danny Darko.
And then there's Sam Darko, his cousin.
Sam, Jill.
Yeah, Maggie Gyllenhaal is Jake Gyllenhaal's. He was also in Zodiac, which was a great movie. If you haven't seen it, did you ever see that one?
No, I haven't seen that one either.
So I guess we need to give this movie a review then. So what are you going to give it?
A rating?
Yeah.
Have we decided on that?
A what?
Have we decided on that?
This movie don't get a rating.
We have no rating system.
It gets no rating. It goes beyond the ratings.
It does, actually.
So Vince and I are in agreement that The Dark Knight goes far beyond any rating system that we have. So what we are both going to give it is the highest rating that Front Row Review has, which is the Golden Bear Award. This has been Front Row Review, and this is David Graves.
And this is Vince Maniaci.
And we'll see you in the front row.
It's juicy.